What is going on right now? The New York Knicks just announced that with their final roster spot, they have signed PJ Tucker to a 2-year contract, not only signing him for the rest of the season, but again, giving him a shocking 2-year contract in the process. Now, a lot of you have questions. Number one, why did the Knicks wait so long to sign PJ Tucker? Number two, is that it? Is that all the roster moves they're going to make? Or are they going to waive another player and sign somebody else to this team? Thankfully, today, we're going to break down all of these latest reports today. Let you know exactly why the Knicks signed PJ Tucker, the real reason they made this move, and also what this means for this roster moving forward as we get to the postseason. If you guys are enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications on as well too. If you're enjoying the content, the easiest way to support the channel is to hit that subscribe button. And now, let's get started. The Knicks signed PJ Tucker to a 2-year deal. This is official. The New York Knicks have signed PJ Tucker to a 2-year deal. They couldn't sign him for the rest of the season. They had to take it a step further and sign him to a 2-year deal. Let's break down the following reports that we have here from Shams of ESPN and Ian Bagley of SNY, breaking down exactly why the Knicks signed PJ Tucker in the first place. Shout out to Shams of ESPN for giving us the following information. He was first on this report as well, too. According to him, after 2 10-day contracts, the New York Knicks are planning to sign veteran forward PJ Tucker to a 2-year deal. Tucker will return to the Knicks through this season and the playoffs with a team option for 2025-2026. A few things to break down here before we go to Bagley's report. Number one, it is a 2-year deal, but really, it's kind of a 1-year deal, right? Because he has a team option in that second year. So if the Knicks want to, they can go ahead and they can just waive him in that second year. Doesn't do anything to them. They can free up a roster spot, and that's how they can handle it. So we have to understand that. But going back to that same point, they did fill that final roster spot by signing PJ Tucker. And as you just heard, he's available for the rest of the season and the postseason. Not like it matters because how many minutes has he played in his 2 10-day contracts with the Knicks? Add the 3 minus the 2. 2 minutes? But let's continue here. Find out more of the real reason why the Knicks signed PJ Tucker, because there has to be more to this. A 2-year contract? You know there has to be more to this. Shout out to Ian Bagley for breaking it all down for us like he always does. Make sure you follow this man on X, because if you do, you will get these timely updates as I do. As he states here, PJ Tucker's rest of the season deal with the Knicks will leave them with enough room under the second apron to add another vet free agent at the end of the regular season. Very, very big news there. We're going to get back to that, but let's continue here. Knicks people have appreciated Tucker's off-the-court impact, vocal approach during his 2-week stint with the club. The player and team have an agreement, plan to finalize the deal shortly. In this scenario described above, New York would need to waive a player in order to create room on this roster to sign another free agent. They could fit a veteran minimum salary in under the second apron if they wait until the last day or two of the regular season to make the transaction happen. The team option on Tucker's deal, first reported by ESPN, also gives New York additional salary to include in an offseason trade if the club chooses to go that route. So again, guys, we have a lot to break down here. Bagley just broke down essentially why New York gave PJ Tucker this deal. Number one, the reason they waited is because they wanted to give themselves enough flexibility to, if they wanted to later on in the season, add another vet. But remember, if they want to do that, they have to waive a player. So let's understand that. The other reason they gave him that 2-year deal with the team option, again, apparently, is because that additional salary will give New York something that they can include in an offseason trade if they choose to go that route. So there's a lot of reasons why the Knicks went this way and made this decision. And of course, you guys know I'm not going to stop there. I have other NBA insiders helping to break this down and also confirm what we just heard from Ian Begley. We have the great James L. Edwards of The Athletic here, and he reports the following. Can confirm Knicks are planning to sign PJ Tucker to a 2-year deal. Second year is a team option. New York waited to get this done in order to have enough room to sign another vet at the end of the regular season if they choose to. But again, they would have to release someone if they want to make that move happen. So again, multiple NBA insiders now confirming that the real reason the Knicks signed PJ Tucker was, number one, they liked PJ Tucker, liked his veteran leadership, his veteran voice in the locker room. We'll give him some credit there. They also love the fact that because they signed him to a 2-year deal, if they want to make a trade, they can now do that come this offseason. But also, the main reason, again, is that they waited to give themselves flexibility to potentially waive another player at the end of the regular season to sign another vet to this team. They now have the flexibility to do that. So, am I upset that the Knicks wasted a roster spot on PJ Tucker? Absolutely. There is no way to get around that. I understand the plan. I understand why they did it. Veteran leader, locker room presence. He has a great voice, all of that. We do not have the luxury to add players like that. Not when we see Karl Anthony Towns limping after timeouts. Not when Mitchell Robinson is still on a minutes restriction. And not when everybody in the NBA can see what Moses Brown is doing in Westchester. He's dominating. He's terrorizing. He's destroying. Before we get back to today's show, I want to give a special thanks to today's sponsor, MyBookie. The madness is here. March Madness has been insane. High stakes matchups, intense confrontations, wild finishes, and each and every game gives you a great betting opportunity. And MyBookie has you covered. It's bringing back a favorite, the MyBookie Bet and Get. Place a bet on March Madness and get a surprise reward. Cash back, free bets, bonus chips. You never know what you're going to get. Sign up with promo code MM50 for a deposit bonus. If you don't want the bonus, no worries. Just let them know Recap sent you. Bet on any game, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. And now, let's get back to the show. So, of course, I don't want the Knicks to waste a roster spot when clearly we should be adding 2 players right now. We should have never re-signed PJ. What we should have done is sign Moses Brown, waive Delon Wright, and then sign Chuma Okeke. That's the moves the Knicks need to make. And after hearing this report, for me, it tells me without a doubt, at one of those final days of the regular season, the Knicks can choose to waive a player and add another player to this team. And they can pick whatever vet that they want to add to this roster. But it is contingent with them waiving a player. They must waive somebody. And when the Knicks are fully healthy, when you look at this team, who's going to be the player that's likely going to be waived? Let's think about it for a few seconds. Knicks fully healthy, looking at the guard rotation. I see a Delon Wright. Is Delon Wright going to get any time on a fully healthy Knicks roster? In my opinion, I don't think so. I understand he's a vet. I know Tom Thibodeau loves his vets. I get all that. But when we're fully healthy, the Knicks are not going to have a use for Delon Wright. We're already going to have players that can utilize that position. So that means we need to waive him and add another player of impact. And Ian Begley already outlined it here. He already mentioned it. The Knicks doing this allows them to have enough room under the second apron to add another vet free agent at the end of the regular season. There you go. That's why they waited. They did this to give themselves flexibility at the end of the year, at the end of the season. The only question is, will they actually do something with that flexibility? Because again, it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that they're going to waive a player and sign somebody else. They can do it. They've allowed themselves the freedom to it. They've given themselves the flexibility to do it, but it does not mean that they are going to execute it. Now, if I'm the Knicks, I already told you what I'm doing. I am waiving Delon Wright, and I'm keeping Moses Brown. I am signing him and keeping him on this team. He is perfect for what we need going into the postseason. If any injuries happen, if any foul trouble happens, if anything like that happens, wouldn't you love to have a 7'2" monster in Moses Brown to lean on? Because I know I would. But what about you guys? What do you think about the Knicks signing PJ Tucker for the rest of the season to a 2-year contract? And that second year is a team option. Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.